Bob, it's almost midnight. Where are you now? I don't mind you going out, but you should come home before midnight. And I don't want to nag you, but you eat out too often. It costs a lot of money and you're working. I'm worried about your health.
What's the matter with you? I'm having a good time with my friends. You're annoying. Why don't you just go to sleep and leave me alone? I'll be home by morning.
You'll be home by morning? How am I supposed to sleep if you're out that long? How are you going to come home if you miss the last train?
Are you an idiot? I'll take the first train home then. I'll ask my friend to let me stay over, and there's nothing to worry about.
That will be fine, but your friend will probably be working tomorrow too. So it'll be an inconvenience for him. So please come home in time for the last train, if at all possible.
Ugh, you're so annoying. You're really getting on my nerves. Have you forgotten what you promised me when we got married? You promised not to interfere in every single thing I do. You say you love me, and you were okay with me still having fun like I always have. That's why I married an ugly, incompetent woman like you. I'm the only nice guy who would marry a woman like you. You should be grateful, but you are nagging me. What the hell is wrong with you? If I leave you, you'll be alone for the rest of your life. Do you understand that?
I know that, but you don't have to go that far.
It's because you're so annoying. Stop bothering me. Ugh. I'm not gonna catch the last train because I was texting you. It's not my fault. It's your fault. I'm so pissed off. I won't return any more of your calls. See you later.
What? Bob! Janet, how is Bob lately? You said he didn't come home at all, so I was wondering. Same as ever. It's been months since we had dinner together at home. He used to come home on the last train, but since he came home the next morning 3 days ago, he's been coming home the next morning every day. No way. He comes home the next morning? I can't believe he's married to you. He's so full of himself. Well, I fell in love with Bob and got him to marry me. I can't say too strongly. Besides, we got married on the condition that I wouldn't interfere in his business.
Janet, you spoil him too much. If you're too nice to him like that, he'll only take advantage of you.
That's true, but
if a man doesn't come home until the next morning every day, it's obvious that he's having an affair. And you allow him to do that? You don't really believe he just hangs out with a friend, do you?
Of course I don't believe 100% of what he says. But, we're a couple and I want to believe him.
You know, I know that your kindness is one of the best things about you. I love your kindness. That's why I decided to work with you. But he seems to be taking advantage of your personality. Are you okay to go on like this?
I know it's not good.
Then you should talk it over.
I agree. Thanks. I'll do that.
Yeah, you should. I'll listen to whatever you have to say, so don't keep it to yourself.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Susan. Bob, I don't think we can go on like this. I want you to come home early today so we can talk.
What do you mean, talk? I can't. I've already made plans today.
Then it doesn't have to be today. Can we do it tomorrow?
I have a lot of social obligations at work and in my personal life, unlike you.
Then when would be good for you? I'll accommodate your schedule.
What the hell are you talking about? Shut up. You have no right to interfere with me. I've told you many times before. You're ugly and incompetent, and if I left you, you'll be alone for the rest of your life. You don't want that. Then there's no way you're ever going to have an opinion of me. You are my slave for the rest of your life. If you don't like that, divorce, okay?
We're married. How can you say that? You love me. At least a little bit, right?
You gross me out. Of course I don't love you.
What? Bob?
I can't stand the idea of being tied down by one woman. You acted like my slave. That's why I married you. But you're whining. That's a deal breaker. Besides, you know I'm cheating on you, don't you?
You're actually cheating on me?
Are you an idiot? I haven't been home this long, and where do you think I have been?
You said you've been at your friend's house.
Huh? It's like an unspoken rule that cheaters are supposed to be at their friends. Well, for an idiot like you, I guess I should be more straight. I'm cheating on you. I'm seeing 3 girls right now. I alternate the girls depending on the day. Of course, they're all younger and prettier than you.
I can't believe you thought of me that way.
Well, I do make fun of you. But you're the one who lets me do what I want. I'm rather grateful to you. So I'm staying at my 3rd girlfriend's place today. I'm not going home today either.
Bob, tell me it's not true. Hey, Bob.
Janet, I need to talk to you.
You didn't even try to listen to me. You're so selfish.
Huh? You are supposed to listen to me. Don't confuse me with you.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm having a baby.
What? A child? It can't be our child, can it? We haven't done it for a long time. I told you many times that I wanted to have a child. You said you didn't want kids because you wanted freedom.
My feelings haven't changed, but I can't help it now that we've got a baby, can I? So I have a proposal for you.
Proposal?
You've always wanted to have my baby, right? Then I'll let you raise the kid.
What are you talking about? The mother is alive, isn't she?
Of course she is. Don't kill her on your own. Of course, the birth mother will be my girlfriend. She's the mother on the family register, but you're the foster mother. She doesn't want to spend her whole life being tied down by her child. I don't want to have a father-mother relationship with her either. I want to keep a relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend. After all, she's my type of girl out of the 3.
Give me a break. What are you talking about?
What are you mad at me for? You always wanted to be a mother too, right? But I have absolutely no intention of having a baby with you. Then this is the only option. And I'm in trouble, and so is she. If only you'd take care of it, everything would be all right.
Of course I don't want to do that. Don't be ridiculous.
Have you forgotten already? You're my slave for life. Don't get cocky because I was a little humble. You don't have the right to say no. If you refuse, I'll divorce you.
Divorce is fine.
Huh? You don't know what you're talking about. You're ugly, and there's no one else who'll want you. On top of that, how are you going to live on your own? You're an incompetent housewife. You're going to regret it. If you apologize right now and promise to listen to me, I'll make a special exception this time and forgive you.
I don't want your forgiveness, so I won't apologize. You're the one who's going to regret this. Brace yourself, you prick.
What?
I will never forgive you even if you apologize. Why don't you remarry her and raise your kid?
I told you, I don't want to do that.
Then don't have kids. Worst man ever. You'll regret for the rest of your life that you made me look like such a fool. Bye.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by brace yourself? You can't make me regret this. Don't get carried away. Janet, are you listening to me? You aren't making any sense. What about the kid? I thought for sure you would take care of them.
Susan, Bob and I have decided to divorce.
What?
What's going on? He has 3 girlfriends and has a child with one of them.
You've got to be kidding. And he said he wants to break up with you?
No. He wants to continue the relationship he's had with her. She's a birth parent, and she wants me to be a foster parent.
That guy is seriously unforgivable.
I can't forgive him for what he did to me. I want to make him regret it. I'll tell you the details when we meet, but there's something I need your help with.
Sure, I'll do anything. Can I go see you now? I just want to talk to you right now.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I'll be there in about an hour. Hey, what the hell is wrong with you? You set me up.
What are you talking about? I set you up? Don't make accusations like that.
Because my circle of friends said they were going to celebrate us becoming parents. I thought you were ready to be a mother. And I told you that. It's our secret that my girlfriend is the birth mother. So why did you tell Susan about it? She told everything and all my circle of friends gave me the evil eye. She's such a blabbermouth.
Don't say anything bad about her. I asked her to expose your secret to everyone.
Huh, you. Why would you do that?
I told you I would never forgive you. I also said I would make you regret it. You deserve a prick girlfriend. 3 girlfriends are enough for you. You don't need friends. I don't want my best friend to not know who you really are. I just told her the truth. Don't tell me I set you up. Me and Susan were just telling people the truth. If you think we set you up, it means you know you're doing something wrong, right?
That's...
When I showed everyone your messages on the big screen, you saw the look on their faces, didn't you? They'll never forgive you.
You can't get away with this.
Huh? Do you think this is the end?
What?
This is just the beginning. This is not the end of my revenge.
Janet, wait a minute. That's enough. I'm sorry that I cheated on you. From now on, I'll try to come home as much as possible.
You know, in a situation like this, even if it's a lie, you have to swear it won't happen again. What do you mean as much as possible? You're just a stupid guy with a pretty face. I don't know why I fell in love with you.
It was my fault. It won't happen again.
It's too late for everything. You can look forward to my revenge.
You weren't that kind of character. What do you mean, revenge? Hey, Janet! Janet, today my boss called me in and removed me from the project I'm working on. It was originally my project that I started, but not only was I suddenly removed from it. I've been told I'll be transferred to a regional branch next month. I don't remember making any mistakes at work, and I couldn't accept it at all. When I asked him why, he said it was because I got divorced. My company is doing business with your company on a current project. You said you'd cut the deal if my company didn't get rid of me. When did you start your own business? That's news to me.
If I told you, wouldn't you tell me to stop? You wanted me to be a housewife. You wanted to tell me I was an incompetent piece of shit. I didn't tell you because I knew you'd make me stop. It's a company Susan and I started together.
Huh? With Susan? Then why did you sign a contract with my company?
Because your company asked. I guess they didn't realize that I was your wife. Of course I didn't tell them either. I agree with your company's philosophy. So you have nothing to do with this. Don't get cocky. Besides, I work from home. You just didn't notice because you were never home.
I can't believe the company would choose you over me.
Isn't that obvious? There's no way I would lose to an incompetent like you.
Am I incompetent? Hey, you don't know anything. Stop talking nonsense.
I'm telling you, I didn't ask them to transfer you.
Huh?
I just asked them to remove you from the project. I guess the company didn't like your work performance to begin with. I think that's why they saw this as a good opportunity to send you away to a regional office. You said you started this project, but you didn't even know that my company was involved, did you? I heard that you were constantly skipping work, leaving everything to your staff. I bet all you did was cheat on your wife. I know all about it, don't I?
Oh no. Actually, the girl who got pregnant is married. Her husband is asking for alimony. She is also asking me to pay child support because she's leaving me. If I get transferred, I'll be off the career track and my salary will go down. What am I supposed to do?
Good timing. I've been meaning to talk to you about alimony too. You cheated on me with 3 women. I'll make sure to ask you alimony.
Oh no, I can't afford any more alimony. I have an idea. Let's get back together. I swear, I'll be faithful to you from now on. Let's have a baby.
I refuse. I'd rather die than have a child with a cheater like you.
Huh? That's harsh.
It's 100% your fault. Stop complaining. I told you you need to brace yourself.
Oh my God.
I don't even want to talk with you anymore, so please communicate with my lawyer from now on.
What? Lawyer? Give me a break.
Please regret your actions. Bye. After communicating with the lawyer, Bob realized that he couldn't escape. The alimony was paid. Susan told me that I'm not a good judge of character. From now on, if I find someone I'm interested in, I'll introduce him to her before going out with him. That's exactly what she said to me. She is so right, so I'm going to follow her advice. According to what my ex-parents-in-law told me, Bob was ready to work at the new place, but everybody there knew that he had an affair with a married woman and got her pregnant. He resigned from the company voluntarily because he felt too uncomfortable. My in-laws were very protective of me. They could not forgive their son's betrayal, and he tried to ask his parents for help, but they turned him away, saying that they would not let him in their house. His friends and parents were so disgusted with him. He will regret what he did to me for the rest of his life. I can only say that he deserves it.
Nathalie, where are you? What are you doing now? Sis, it's been a while. I'm at work right now. Actually, it's my break time. What's up? Speaking of which, we've both been busy. It's been about a year since we last contacted each other. How are you, sis? You know, now is not the time for chit-chat. Huh? You secretly got married without telling me, Dad or Mom? Me? Married? Yes, when did you exactly get married? You never told us. Was it someone you really didn't want to introduce? It's fine if you didn't have a wedding ceremony, but at least you could have consulted the family before the marriage. Huh? I'm not married. Well, what do you mean? Did you get married and divorced immediately? And now you are a single mother? No. I haven't gotten married or divorced, and I haven't had any children. Don't lie. Then why is your child in my house? My child? Leaving the child for a month? What were you thinking? If it were a week, it would be understandable, but a month is too long. I'm not your babysitter. Come pick up your child now. Wait, calm down, sis. How can I calm down? And it's a newborn baby, you know. I don't know if it's because of work or something else, but even though I'm a housewife, I have various things to do. If the baby can't meet the mother for a month, isn't it tough for the child? I'm sorry. I really don't understand what's going on. Wait, are you saying you don't remember leaving a child with us? I have no memory of leaving a child. Besides, I don't have any children, so there's no way I could leave one. I also want to get married, but I haven't had the chance, and I don't even have a boyfriend. So it's impossible for me to have a child. Huh? What do you mean? I'm the one who wants to know. Even if you tell me not to suddenly leave a child, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I'm telling you the truth. I am taking care of your child. If it's not your child, then whose child is this? Wait, who left the child with you in the first place? While I was away, my husband accepted the child from a woman. A woman claiming to be your friend suddenly came, saying, Nathalie asked me to take care of her child, but I have urgent matters and can't care for it. I hope her sister's family can take care of it. According to my husband, that's what she said before leaving the baby with my husband. Huh? What's going on? That he just accepted the baby? He should know that I don't have children. Isn't it strange that he agreed to take care of the baby so easily? Well, it seems even my husband was surprised, and he tried to confirm with you, but the woman said you were facing some circumstances, and she said not to ask anything and just take care of it. If it was your child, it would be like a niece to my husband. In the end, it seems we couldn't refuse and ended up taking care of the baby. Seriously? I was really shocked. When I came back home, my husband was suddenly holding the baby. I see. Well, since we accepted the baby, I had no choice but to look after it. I hurriedly ran to buy milk, clothes, and diapers. I did my best to take care of the baby. I thought that surely, if I keep the baby for a week, you would contact me at some point. Yet you haven't made a single phone call. Finally, I got fed up and sent a message to you today. I see. That woman claiming to be a friend seems suspicious. She probably left her child with you and your husband. It seems likely. However, we have no idea about her true identity. Both I and my husband are troubled. According to my husband, she left the child and quickly left. He couldn't ask for her name, and he doesn't remember her face. Among your friends, is there one who recently gave birth? We need to find the real mother quickly and return the child. I'm almost at the limit, you know. Lately, the baby has been crying at night a lot, and I'm sleep deprived. So far, I don't have any friends who come to mind, but I'll check a bit. Thank you, Nathalie. I'm counting on you. Hey, Billy. It's Nathalie. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Is this a good time?
What, Nathalie?
Why are you so surprised?
Nothing. I was just surprised because it was so sudden. So, what's up?
My sister messaged me just now.
From Mackenzie?
Yeah, about the child.
Oh, about that. Did she tell you to come and pick up the baby?
That's right. She got mad at me for leaving the kid for a month.
I'm sorry my wife said those terrible things. Don't worry about it, Nathalie.
What?
Because you have your own reasons. You can't raise a child anymore, right? We'll take full responsibility for you. You don't have to worry.
No. That child is not my child.
What? But your friend said it was your child.
That friend was lying, because I'm not married and I didn't have a child.
What? Then whose child is that in our house now?
Oh, Billy, I'd like to know that too. And can you tell me who brought the child? I will have to ask her what she was thinking.
I'm sorry, Nathalie. I don't remember exactly either.
Do you remember any facial features? Was she tall? Did she have longer hair?
Well, I didn't really pay attention to those details. After all, it seems that she has some urgent matters to attend to. She quickly left, leaving the child to me. Actually, I should have confirmed with you that time, but I thought maybe you were in a situation where you can't raise your own child. Maybe you were in a desperate situation and couldn't contact you easily. But if you have settled down, I thought you would contact us in some way. But before I knew it, a month had passed without us reaching out. It's just all my fault. It ended up causing you trouble, and I'm truly sorry for that.
No, you just believed that the baby was my child. You don't have to blame yourself.
Yeah.
Then from now on, why don't we all work together to find the real mother?
What?
Because we don't even know whose child it is. We can't just raise the baby like this.
But how are we going to find her?
For now, I'll contact all the friends I can think of. If we still can't find her, we'll report it to the police.
The police?
Yeah, we can't just leave a child in your care like this.
No, let's not just go to the police.
What? Why not?
Actually, when I took the kid from your friend, I felt like it was destiny.
Destiny?
We have been married for almost 10 years, but we haven't been blessed with a child. I love my life right now, just the two of us. But the truth is, I always wanted to have a child. But Mackenzie seems to have given up on it, because she's too old. I was getting impatient inside. I thought that maybe I'd never be a father.
I didn't know that.
Then, when the child came to us, and we started taking care of the child, I was convinced that I could be a father, even if it wasn't my own child.
Are you saying...
Of course, if we can find our real parents, I'm sure that would be great. But if we can't find them, then Mackenzie and I will be responsible for the baby. I intend to raise this child.
I see. I wonder what my sister thinks about it.
Mackenzie?
Yes, you are usually busy working. After all, it's my sister who mainly takes care of the baby, right?
That's true, but...
It's not her child, and they are not even blood related. We don't even know whose child it is, and I don't think it's easy to do. In fact, she was lamenting that the child was crying so much at night, that she was having trouble sleeping.
Don't worry, she will get used to the lack of sleep.
What?
After all, mothers in the world have been raising children splendidly, even while sleep deprived. Sooner or later, when the child gets older, she will be able to sleep. She just has to work a little harder.
What? No, not being able to sleep is tough, isn't it? And if it's your own child, maybe you can tolerate a little sleep deprivation. But in my sister's case, it's not her own child.
If that's the case, I'll convince her. I'm sure she'll understand. She is a housewife, so she has time on her hands. I'm sure she'll become more aware of her role as a mother.
No, I'm not talking about motherhood. I'm saying the baby is not my sister's own baby.
Would it be more correct to say that she's awakening to her motherhood? Even if it's not your own child, if you're with a cute baby, you'll naturally feel affection for it. Besides, she used to be a nursery school teacher, right? She's used to dealing with children, so she can easily raise a child on her own.
But I think there's a difference between work and actually raising a kid.
Besides, I'm not going to let her raise a child by herself. I'll take care of the kid on my days off too. I'm going to help my wife to raise the child.
Really?
Anyway, you're busy with your work, right? You don't have to worry about it anymore. Just leave the child to us.
I see. Hey, sis. Nathalie, did you find out anything about the mother? I'm sorry, not yet. I've tried contacting my friends. None of them have had babies recently. From friends who are already married and raising children, they laughed at me and said there was no way they would suddenly leave their child with a friend's sister and her husband. Well, that's true. Who would do such a thing? I guess I'll have to report it to the police now. Well, Billy told me not to tell the police. What? Did you talk to Billy? Yeah, I messaged him the other day. I wanted to check again to ask some questions about that friend, but he said he doesn't remember any details. I knew it. He wants to raise the child as his own. That's why he doesn't want us to tell the police. What? What? You haven't talked about it? He wants to continue to raise the child. He said he's going to convince you. Are you kidding me? Is he trying to force me to take care of that child? I guess so. He seems to be planning to raise the child together with you. That's a lie. When that lady came to our home, for some reason he was home alone. Billy has been drinking a lot these days and doesn't come home until late at night. And even on weekends, he's away on business trips or for work. He's hardly at home. He's never taken care of the child himself. How can he say that raise the child together? I see. The story seems inconsistent. I'm sure he's just trying to look cool in front of you. I'm going to have to call the police and have them take the baby away. Hey, sis, don't you think something's wrong? What? What is? The woman who brought the child. I don't think she's really my friend. If she came to my sister's house, maybe she's an acquaintance of either you or Billy. I don't think she's related to me. Oh, I see. Does that mean Billy is lying? I'm going to look into it. Will you help me, sis? Yeah, of course.
Nathalie! Oh, please, answer the phone.
Hey, sorry for the late reply. I was working. What's wrong?
Do you know where is Mackenzie?
What?
Mackenzie left the house. She said she had to go out on an errand. She left the child with me in the morning and never came home. I tried calling her, but she wouldn't return my calls. She doesn't read my messages. After a while, she replied, I'm not going back home anymore. Nathalie, do you know where she is? What the hell is she doing, leaving me alone with the child?
Well, I think you know why my sister left the house.
What?
It's a child. She didn't give birth to the child herself. She was exhausted from taking care of the child all day.
Other housewives with children are managing to raise them on their own. There's no way she couldn't do it.
Even for a housewife, it's hard to raise a child alone like that.
So she just ran away? That's unacceptable. Even though it's someone else's child, it's natural to take care of them.
How could you say such things?
What do you mean?
You said you would cooperate in raising the child, but in reality you hardly come home, leaving everything to my sister. Isn't that right?
Well, it's because of my work, so it can't be helped, right? If I didn't work, Mackenzie and the child wouldn't have anything to eat.
Billy, Mackenzie knows whose child it is.
What? And what do you mean? Whose child is it? You said you couldn't find anything about the mother, right?
Acting like that won't work anymore. It's your child, isn't it? Saying that my friend came to leave her child here is a big lie. You just brought your own child back, right? The child born between you and your affair partner.
What? How?
In the first place, it's strange for my friend to suddenly visit my sister's house. It's also too unnatural that you don't remember the face of that friend at all. What was more suspicious than anything else was you refused to report it to the police. You insisted that you are going to raise the child. I hired a PI to look into you, and then it turned out you have been cheating on my sister for the past 2 years.
What? You used a PI?
Of course. I got my sister's approval for it.
So she suspected me too?
Well, if a husband who used to come home on time starts coming home late every day, you'd suspect infidelity. You lie to my sister that you work late, and you repeatedly meet up with another woman. Eventually, she was pregnant with your child, but she's a part-time worker and 10 years younger than you. Although she safely gave birth, she lacks confidence in raising the child. She refused to be a mother, saying she still wanted to enjoy her life and be free. That's why you took the child home. But you couldn't tell my sister that the child was from your affair, so you pretended the child was mine and tried to convince my sister to raise the child.
You know everything?
You are a scumbag. Not only the cheating, but you also lied about the child born from the affair and made your wife raise the child.
I had no choice. Even though the baby was birthed from my affair, it's still my child. So if it's my child, it's not unnatural for my wife to raise it. Besides, Mackenzie used to be a nursery school teacher, so she must love kids. In fact, she should be grateful that she can raise her husband's child, even though she hasn't given birth herself. Do you get it?
I can't believe you. I'm telling you, Mackenzie is thinking of getting a divorce.
What? Divorce?
Well, of course. Did you think you could avoid divorce? Did you think she can stay married to a scum like you?
Seriously? I'm in trouble. I can't raise a child by myself. I have a job, you know. How am I supposed to take care of the child during the day?
Even if you say that, if the child is genuinely yours, you have to raise it responsibly. You can leave the child at daycare during the day, or ask the mother to come back. You two should work together to raise the child.
The problem is, I can't get in touch with her at all either. I don't know what to do. Just looking after the child alone for 1 day is overwhelming. It's too hard. I was about to panic. Without Mackenzie, I'll go crazy this time.
You have been pushing it on her for so long. Now you realize that?
I understand. I'll apologize to Mackenzie, so please, Nathalie, convince her, because I'm sure she'll listen to you.
I don't want to. No matter how much you apologize, I don't think it will change my sister's mind. It's all your own fault, so you'll have to take care of it yourself. Well then, I'll be a stranger to you soon. I'll block you now. Goodbye.
Oh no! Nathalie, please, don't abandon me. Oh no, my child is crying again. Please, help me.
Mackenzie and Billy divorced. My sister went back to my parents' house and Billy had to raise the child by himself. Now, with the help of his parents, he is now doing his best as a single father. However, he started part-time work in addition to his job to pay the alimony demanded by my sister and is reportedly exhausted every day. According to rumors, he is said to be earnestly dedicated to parenting, which brings relief to both me and my sister. On the other hand, my sister started working as a nursery school teacher again. Compared to when she was a full-time housewife, my sister seemed more lively. She says that if she meets a good man, she would like to get married again. While hoping that my sister will finally be connected with a wonderful man, I'm also considering starting to look for a partner soon.